நடராஜன் ஆரம்பிச்சுக்கோ. வால்யூம் மைக்.
Hari Om, Jai Guru. See, we will see 13, 14 and 15 in this. When you see, ending on the always Mama Priyaha, actually the 13 and 14 together. So it ends. And until 19th words, it ends like that. Mama Priya. The Mama Priya, if you actually see, who says Krishna? But Krishna, actually, normally we think it is Krishna, Arjuna, or Kuda. Actually, Krishna means, as far as we are concerned, who are all listening, that pure consciousness, Brahman, Suddha Chaitanyam, it is there everywhere. It uses its functional expression is mind. In the mind of Krishna, it tells, he says to Arjuna, and he instructs. So this is the thing. So when it say Mama Priya means that consciousness, Atma, the Brahman, Mama Priya na enartham. Priya naka, it's nearer to me, near to me. Whatever description or the qualities or traits which are, it's starting from 13 to 19, whatever it says, those people, they are nearer me, nearer to me. Otherwise, but normally when we think God, our thinking itself is like it is somewhere far away. It is mainly because of the presence of so many thoughts and everything which we are going to see in this. Because of the person, we feel that it is somewhere far away. Otherwise, the I, the self itself is that it is supposed to be, actually there is no difference between pure mind and that. So when the mind becomes purer and purer, so we will feel that presence. So that we say, that understanding and you can call even realization. Without that, we totally feel that we are far away from that. How it gets filled up like that? That is with so many thoughts and other things. For day-to-day activities or interaction with the world, if you take up, so we get experience in many ways through eyes or ear and mind and everything. We get any activity, it ends in some sort of the experience. The experience, sometimes if it is so small, it is insignificant. Otherwise, what happens? All the activities or the experience or the interaction, it takes place, and when it enters the body, it is reduced to 5. That Panchendriyangal, adu valiya varadhanaala, it is reduced to 5. The entry is only 5 varieties, you can say. And when it touches the mind, that experience, it leaves only 2 resultants, we can call. Either I like it or I don't like it. So these likes and dislikes, like a sort of a matrix, it's all, especially the serious ones, not every likes and dislikes. They are completely, it is embedded. It is there permanently on the mind. We call it vasanas, it is very strong. So it is there. That's what makes the difference. One minute. Sorry, there. I had to close the door. So this sort of likes and dislikes, these are the things which makes us far away from our real self. So about that only we are going to discuss right from 13th verse. For example, if you take the 13th verse, अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्र करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्र करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी. Okay, the first one itself, Adveshta. Dveshta, we know, hate, hating, வெறுப்பு, hateங்கிறதோட வெறுப்பு in Tamil if you see. So, Adveshta, வெறுப்பு இல்லாம இருக்கிறது. அதாவது, it's not free from his hating. With whom the Sarvabhutanam, all these, people around and also even Tamil it says உயிரினங்கள், all beings, with all beings, absolutely there will not be any hating. You see, it is easy to understand, but is it like that? If you take hate itself, if normally without quoting any of these, which are the people you hate or you don't like much, who dislike, but definitely there will be a few names. And also maybe some animals and all. Oh, I can't even see it like that. This hating, let's say there are quite a few. That again, this itself makes the distance longer between us and our consciousness, Atma, self. So this, one of these many things, the Adveshta, Dveshta itself it brings us down from our self. So is it possible to remove? See, if you see, for example, let's say we are getting a phone call in the morning. If it is a close friend whom you really have a very good relationship and all, immediately you go and talk for say half an hour or something like that. If then some other call comes, and if it is a person whom really you don't like, which can call it hate, you say, no, hate, tell him that I'm not there. So kalangathale bore adikkum, like something like that you tell, and you try to avoid. This happens. And if it's a totally different person, you take you have to go and see, but without any, like or dislike, you start talking to him. So this means what? We don't have freedom inside. This is the thing which we have to, watch all the time. It's only in the sadhana, in our, especially for seekers, sadhakas. This is one of the things which is, in fact, even J. Krishnamurti, in his talks, he will say, try to, for example, on full day, whomever you meet, that means in your activities, when you meet, assume you are meeting for the first time, don't have any opinion. That is the image. Without image, see whether you can proceed the whole day. You will feel that you are so happy, absolutely free. So what is really happening is, I have an image, my image about myself, about my profession, my good and bad, this thing, always it will be higher only. I have image about myself and about others. So the so-called relationship is between my image about myself or it is between the two images only. That's why it varies. Sometimes it depends on the situation, or after understanding that image changes. So the relationship also changes. If we can live without image, especially first about others, the relationship will be always equal. It is so pleasant. nothing can rather influence our mind either upward or downwards. So that is really a free life, freedom. So nice even to imagine. So this is what is the Adveshta Sarva Bhutana, with all beings have no hatred at all, without any hatred or that verupu. Verupu, that word is more than that hatred, there is an action involved. The verupu or dislike it's there already. So without that, can you interact with the world? So it's so pleasant if we can do that. So and next is Maitra. It's of course we can easily understand. It's a friendliness. When there is no hatred, automatically the friendliness we don't have. There is required. This will person. And the next is Karuna. Karuna means that also we can understand. It is there in our language. Karuna, Karune, compassionate. Karuna. So, this is another this one. That means be compassionate to everything. So once that hatred is not there, these are all at least seem to be automatic. Nirmamo is a very common term. Last time we discussed, I mean, there was a discussion about right from second chapter, so many places this Nirmamo and Nirahankara is mentioned. So without mind, that is my thought, I am doing that doership. Nirahankara, without ahankara, free from that I notion. I am doing, I am. So this sort of, that means because we understood earlier, it is not a sudden development. Earlier also we have discussed. Actually, everything is being done by the gunas. So we are there and we are not actually doing. So once it is understood, it is very clear that I am not doing. Once we have understood we are not doing, then that then the result also, it is just coming and I am not. See, the result and its reaction, it's nothing but another thought. Oh, I like it or I don't like it. Oh, so this continues. Then next is Sama Dukkha. That is the your when the hatred goes, these things seem to be automatic. That is the likes and dislikes. Whether when there is a good experience or bad experience, they treat them equally. That is also, once there is no hatred, this also becomes easier. That's why he is starting with, I think, from Dveshta. So other things seems to be really easier. So whether it is comfort or discomfort, that experience, it is treated equally because I am not the enjoyer, I am not the doer. If that understanding comes, it is there. Okay, this is the I went there. It was not a big news. I mean, it was not the result was not as I expect, but it is treated equally because I am not the enjoyer. It is happening as a happening. It is taken. This is the right second chapter also. That is the yoga itself. When you say, when you really see yoga karmani sarv
Angam Diktva Dhananjaya.
Dhananjaya. So when you treat success and failure equally, so that itself is yoga. So this becomes a practice. It appears to be tough. Whenever we go for something, even to purchase something, if it is not available, immediately there is a sort of a setback. Oh, I see, I need it by evening, this sort of thing. So we have to go on attempting. But because of this, we should not feel let down. So that is a sartotic. That is, it's all happening. It is there in many places earlier. Many slokas can be quoted. That's why doing something, that is, you have to do, but don't bother for result. This is the main theme in second chapter and also in Gita. So we must be that samatva buddhi is the basic thing. For that only, every chapter it is giving importance, and this is the practice. Actually, our buddhi is samatva only. The real I is unaffected. So we have to understand this. Which is affected? When we call affected, it means what? It is a thought. Oh, it has happened. What will happen? Tomorrow I have to do this. So I totally miss and all. These are all continuous thought, which is coming in the so-called mind space. That mind space is nothing but the consciousness. So that is unaffected, whatever is um, coming in the mind in the form of thoughts. The thoughts, they don't affect me at all. This understanding itself is a realization. So we means what? That thought, that is also another thought. If you say, oh, I see totally everything has gone today, so it is not a lucky day. All these thoughts, these are all thoughts only. The real, that self, that Atma, if we say Atma, we immediately connect it to some powerful, it is a real I. He is not affected at all. This clear understanding of this itself makes us really free. So what is here emphasized is moksha, that freedom is a state of mind. Normally, moksha means it is after we have lived in the world, and afterward, either we go to, that moksha means is somewhere in, Kailasa. So that feeling, right from the beginning, we have been having. Actually, the freedom is actually thing. Who is
Hi.